Hi, welcome back to Bafundi Academy. On our study on English, we are going to look at active and passive voices. So by the end of this class, you should have understood what is an active voice, what is a passive voice, and how interchangeably are they used. How can you change a sentence from active voice to passive voice, from passive voice to active voice? So let us look at what is active voice. It occurs when the subject of the sentence performs an action. So we will have to look at a sentence, analyze the subject, look at the action, and then determine whether this is active or passive. So for example, when we say Faith will read the book. Faith is the subject, reading is the action. So, and we've said an active voice would only occur when the subject of a sentence performs the action. So Faith is reading the book, and therefore this is an active voice. That is how you tell an active voice. Faith will read the book. He paid the bus fare. We don't know who, but we know he paid the bus fare. The action is paying the bus fare, and whoever did it is he. Jenny will sing a song. Singing is the action, and whoever did it is Jenny. If we say Rogers will be recording, the action is recording, and the person who did it is Rogers. We say Mora will be eating. The action is eating, and whoever is doing it is Mora. So notice when you'll be given very many sentences and told to identify an active voice, just look at the subject and notice whether the action is being performed by the subject of that sentence. And let's analyze what is a passive voice. So a passive voice will occur when the subject of the sentence will receive the action. In active, the subject is performing the action. In passive, the subject receives the action. So our number one example, the book will be read by Faith. So who's the subject who's receiving the action? Our subject in this sentence is the book, and it's being read by Faith. So the book is being read. It is receiving the action of being read. Therefore, this is a passive voice. When a subject receives an action, the voice is passive. The bus fare was paid by him. Our subject in this case is bus, and it's paid by who? By him. A song will be sung by Jenny. An audio will be recorded by Rogers. Food will be eaten by Mora. So food is the subject. If you notice in our subject, in our active and passive voices, the subject changes. So our point of analysis to get clearer or to actually identify what kind of voice is it is to identify the subject and the action. After doing that, you are sorted, because when you identify the action, you see if the subject is receiving it, it's passive. If the subject is actually doing the action, then that is active voice. So that is the end of learning on passive and active voice. Go to our quizzes box, look at the questions and try analyze so that you can learn what is a passive voice and an active voice and clearly identify. And if you do not understand, you can pose your question on the comment box so that we can help you learn what is an active voice and a passive voice for correct grammatical knowledge. Thank you, and see you in our next class.